On this Shark Awareness Day, we're getting a look at incredible drone video from the West Coast showing just how close and how often great white sharks swim near people.
So what's happening off of our coast? WESH 2's Scott Heidler caught up with shark experts to see what's lurking in our waters.
It took 2 years to gather all the drone footage for a study showing how close humans and white sharks interact. 1,500 flights over 26 beaches in Southern California, a first of its kind in the country, resulting in
really kind of emphasized the point that shark scientists have been making for years. And that is, if you spend a lot of time in the water, chances are sharks swim right by you and you don't know it and nothing's happening.
The beaches surveyed in the study, home to white shark nurseries.
I can collect data until the cows come home, but if you really want to change people's minds, they have to see it to believe it. And when we show them the drone video, that's when you see people start to go, wow, I didn't know that happened all the time. The shark looks like it doesn't even care about people.
The merge of climate change and conservation success means people are heading into the oceans more than ever before. Amid a rebound in shark populations, some marine biologists calling it a conservation success story.
So as a result, we're putting more sharks and more people together. What we are not seeing is a significant increase in bites on people.
The study's findings, easier now thanks to the use of new technology, should be expanded.
What we need to do is replicate studies like we've done in Southern California, in places like Florida.
This app tracks white sharks that have been tagged, and right now we can see that there are a few big ones, 1,300 pounds plus, about 100 miles off the coast. And then even further north off our central Florida coast, there are a few more. But closer into our beaches, smaller sharks like blacktip, they can swim in the shallow water. Dr. Lowe's study heralded by Florida shark scientists.
If we better understood the movements of the animals in Florida waters, the kinds of sharks, when they were inshore, when they were offshore, what they're doing, where their nurseries are, and make this available to the general public, they would become really engaged. They would go, wow.
It's different on our coast for white sharks. There are no nurseries where the younger, smaller whites would venture closer in. But that doesn't matter to Dr. Toby Daly-Engle at Florida Tech's Shark Conservation Lab.
It really tells us a lot about the behavior, not just of white sharks, but sharks in general. And I think that really drives home the notion that they're not hunting people. We are not sharks' prey, and not just white sharks, but all different types of sharks.
And studying the behavior of other sharks important for us here in Central Florida.
For the entire world, the most shark attacks occur at New Smyrna Beach, right here in Florida. And here in Brevard County, we have the second highest world record for shark attacks. And yet, there has never been a fatality in Florida because the types of sharks that we have here are much smaller.
And most of the encounters and bites, mistaken identity or humans getting in the way of sharks' natural food source. If studies like this are expanded to Florida and other coastal regions, the data could help predict where and when sharks will gather.
And maybe one day in the future, along with the weather, we'll have a shark forecast. So imagine saying, okay, it's going to be a sharky day off this beach.
But also reasoning that a sharky day does not necessarily mean that there will be shark attacks. On the Brevard coast, Scott Heidler, WESH 2 News.